Okay, so what we're doing first is the collage. So we are, I don't sound as loud without the visor, that's really weird sitting here. I normally yeah, good. Because normally I'm really loud and I can hear myself. So what we're going to do is, just for the benefit of the recording, for anyone who isn't here, but I think everyone's here today. Yeah, everyone's here. Is that right? Oh, Helen's not here, of course, yes. So we're going to start the collage and then we're going to nip into the gold leaf and then we're going to come back to the collage because there's drying time. So basically what we're going to do is rip up some paper. Now, on this sheet, let me find my sheet. So you're going to construct, gosh, I'm not very organised here, am I? Going to construct this background. Now I have done it, but I didn't bring it in because I haven't sprayed it with anything because you've got charcoal on it and it was just gone everywhere. So, so we're going to create something that looks like this. We've all got one of these sheets, I should imagine. So it's just the background. So it doesn't really matter how that comes out unless you've got a plan, obviously. So I'll just pop my my sheet portrait, and then it's just a case of ripping it up and just making something a little bit sort of fun. Just place the paper down onto the board. Work out where you're actually going to put it. Good fun, actually. I do. I've got a couple of books actually in my bag. And I think if you're stuck for something to, you think, what can I play? What can I do? How can I solve this brief or whatever? And no, we don't have briefs, but collage is quite a good place to start. I think there's quite a lot of randomness. I think with collage. So once you're happy with where you put your paper, then which one, Jackie? Which one is it? Oh, that's the. Is that the white acrylic? That's the gilding. Oh, that's the gilding. Yeah. Okay. Is that the PVA? No, that's the gilding. Oh, that's the PVA. Have you put that PVA now? I forgot to bring the PVA, didn't I? I forgot to bring the PVA. I've got pictures. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Can you use it first? Might have to dash on. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got 5 litres of stuff as well. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Have you got any PVA? No. Oh my gosh. This is my fault. I was supposed to bring. I've got 5 litres of PVA and I forgot to bring it, and I'm so sorry. I brought the gouache and not the PVA. Okay. So, might have a change of plan. Jackie's going to go and find some PVA. Am I right, Jackie?
Could we use a cluster and then put some very...
Well, we do need to put acrylic, but we're going to need some PVA. Actually, Jackie, yeah. Well, Jackie's got some Pritt Stick, haven't you? What? Sorry.
Right way will have it.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. Well, what we could do, I tell you what. No, what we can do actually is. Sorry, I'm just going to cancel the recording for a second because nobody wants to know. Okay, so we're just going to set this to one side, and we're going to take some newsprint, just one sheet at a time, and we're going to create some colours. So as you can see on here, there's a yellow, like an orangey colour. So obviously, feel free to mix the colours that I haven't given myself, yeah. So what we're doing on these pieces of newsprint is I am. Thank you. Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Roy.
Thank you, Roy. Getting Carol to do your dirty for you. So as you can see, each of these bits of collage are pieces of painted paper, with some sort of, I don't know, stencil, I suppose you call it, or something on it. So so we need to look at this. So we need a yellow sheet. So I'm going to paint this in yellow. We need a red sheet. We need a blue sheet, and potentially an orange sheet here.
Don't think any brushes or anything.
Have you not got any?
No.
Right. Nobody's got brushes?
No.
Right, okay. I'm coming back now because I need paint. So, okay, now I have paint. And now everyone's got a brush. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take one sheet of newsprint and we're going to make it, not just semi-opaque. Excuse me, I don't think it's been opened. And just sort of slap it on all over. So it doesn't have to be too clean, it doesn't have to be too regimented, you don't have to necessarily go to the edges, because these marks are going to show up in the collage, but they will look really nice as well. So you know, what you see here is not necessarily what you'll get when it comes to the final, sorry, I don't need that anymore, to the final shebang. What's it called? What's that saying? It's not the sum of its parts. What's that saying?
Yeah, it's not
the whole
is not the sum of its
parts. That's it. The whole is not the sum of its parts, and that definitely rings true with this technique. So with collage, obviously, it doesn't. You don't. You know, this isn't the only way to do collage or anything. So you could do this using anything, any colours you find. You know, say for example, you wanted to do it out of magazines or photographs or anything like that. You could find a very sort of bluey photograph. You know, you can just do weird and wacky things. Yeah, so we leave that to dry, and then whichever colour you fancy on the next one. So we just keep doing that until we run out of newsprint, and I will give you some more. I think Jackie might have put.
We've got three
sheets.
You
only got one. Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Carol. Yeah, no, please. That's what. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'll come and dole it out. I'll come and dole some more out for you. Let me just pause the video. Oh, gosh, if I kick that thing one more time. So, going to do a yellow sheet.
My head. Moving on to room. I know. Black. Have a go at mixing directly.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, you can do anything you like. That's nice. Angela, for the purposes of the video, Andrea has just suggested mixing the colours on the paper.
Ooh,
so that's quite nice. Thanks, Jackie. Is that PVA?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think if we put, which one's which in here?
The thin one is the watery one is the
Gilding. That's paint. No, that's PVA.
Okay, white paint. We've got white paint, white PVA, and white adhesive.
Okay, right. I would suggest that we put.
I'll get a marker.
Yeah.
Let's see, Angela. Sorry, I thought you seen this. Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice. Talking to yourself about organisation.
Well, it's entirely up to you, but the colours that we're using today, but you don't have to stick with that, is the primaries and an orange.
You know this white in this tub, is this paint or is this something else? That is acrylic. It was running in the paint, that's why I asked. Jackie. It is acrylic, that's fine. For a PVA. All right, okay. And I'll put a date for adhesive. All right, brilliant. Can I change my water? Oh.
What have you doing?
Do we need a whole sheet of black?
Not necessarily, because we are just doing the this here. So no, you can possibly not have a whole sheet of black.
The dirtiest.
you know, you could possibly not have a whole sheet of blue. You could share the black and the blue together if you want to, if you haven't done the blue.
Green and all kinds of things.
Small yellow because I think the orange is like red. We're happy.
I had a bit more yellow as well, Jackie, please. I know, yeah. I knew you had to see that. Yeah, I've been quite busy there. Oh, Jackie! I'll get Lisa Gina. Does anybody want more yellow? Yes, please. Yeah, it's gone soft and pink. Maybe when it's warm or cold, I don't know.
Warm, well, I don't know. Ink goes soft when it's warm. I don't know.
We're going to need more paint after because I probably will need a bit more.
No, you won't need any more paint actually.
Oh, we won't. Oh, that's
no.
fine.
Apart, well, white you'll need, but you got that anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Well, you might do. If it, like I say, it's
I have got a little bit, but I have only got a little bit.
It's entirely up to you. Well, it's not pretty hot.
What we think colour was now? Yellow, blue. That's orange. Red. We need the red one. Well, it's a wolf, isn't it? What colour do you want? Oh, decisions.
I mean, you can make all those decisions if you know. Like I say, you could have a blue pumpkin if you wanted to, or you could have. Yeah, you don't have to stick to it, but I'm just sort of sticking to this because that's my job. My boss is really like, she's a stickler. Beats me once everyone's gone, you see, if I don't follow the rules. So it's very harsh taskmaster.
It's exhausted now.
Yeah, you make you feel like a decorator.
Oh, like colouring. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Nice gin and tonic. I've got into brandy ladies.
She's got gin in her bag.
I've got gin in my bag. I'm not sharing it. You can all watch the drink. I'll keep that boxing day when I'm on my own. Box of chocolates and 2 cups of gin.
Gosh, Susan, that sounds like a recipe for disaster.
So yesterday for lunch, I thought I'm going to have a pie for my lunch for my birthday. When I went round to the shop in Hull, they said, we don't do pies today.
Wow.
I had a chorizo Scotch egg.
Oh, and how was that? I'm just going to get some black. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Black, yellow, blue, orange. Is that right?
Black, yellow, blue, orange, yeah. And then we've got another stage after this.
I've got red as well.
I have got red as well, and I was going to do green as well. So
Yeah,
I'll do some.
green. I just put some blue on the yellow.
Yeah.
So let's start at the top.
You've
Yeah,
got yours,
yours.
I just had to grab those because I didn't have the time.
Oh, yeah.
Is that okay?
I'm just checking if we've got that box. So that's acrylic and that's adhesive. I've got an A and this is PVA. Do you need any white?
You will need white, but not just yet.
That's 3 months.
Right, so what does
That's
that
PVA.
mean?
All right.
That's acrylic. This is adhesive.
So PVA is adhesive.
No, there's an A for adhesive, which is adhesive for the gilding.
I'm confused. A is for
Is adhesive for the gilding.
For the gilding. What's PVA
And
for?
PVA for this process.
And this is just white paint. Yes.
I've got, yes.
Thank you.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. It's interesting, sometimes when you can't.
How many sheets do we want, please?
Got all excited.
You will need red, yellow, orange, black, and blue. 5. Doesn't matter. You just class that as a sheet. That's fine. It's fine. Class that as each one of those as a sheet. You might need more red than that though, Jane, because the red features. Oh no, you might not actually. No, you might be okay.
I've done orange instead of red, but it doesn't match.
No, gosh, honestly, you can have a blue pumpkin. Honestly, it doesn't matter at all. That's Payne's grey, but I've got loads of black here.
Oh,
So
yeah,
do you want
go
to
on.
take?
I'll frizz it back. I'll just
Yeah,
a
just
blob
stick it,
and then
bob it
put
on.
that.
Thanks, Carol. Okay, so they're going to dry. We can go back to.
I really enjoyed this
We can go back to our original.
Look at that. Oh, that's a bit good. It's like a sea. Oh, it's fun.
Thank you, Carol.
amazing.
With all that set aside, we can take our PVA.
White. Thank you. You didn't want all those little pots back, did you, Jackie?
We'll be doing this.
But they will wash out, won't they? But how do we pop them? I thought they would have been more, but they probably
So for the next stage, which should have been the first stage, but obviously now we have PVA supplies, we are going to stick down this newsprint here. Not newsprint, newspaper.
With the PVA.
With the PVA. In the positions that you have.
Do you want us to use the same brush?
Yeah, use the same brush, it's fine. It's all water based.
Are you pushing the PVA over the top or underneath?
I'm just putting it onto the newspaper, so
thus,
and then sticking it down. So I'm just whacking it all over here, and I can do it on the canvas that on the paper that we're going to use because it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, does it matter? It's on both sides, you know, unless you were very specific, obviously, as to which newspaper articles.
Well, I am.
Well, I thought as much.
Painting the underneath.
Underneath, because you're just
right.
sticking it down. It's yeah, you're just sticking it onto your board paper. It's so easy that it's difficult to, you know, because normally we do really complex things, so it's just a little bit too easy to understand.
Well, I think we're all a bit humbled.
Sorry, I think that's because I've got the PVA. I'm taking full responsibility for my actions, everybody.
So the reverse side of this, stick it down.
Yeah, the reverse side, stick it down because you want that newspaper on the top.
And can it be sort of scrunched up a bit, or?
I mean, it's better flat, really. I think just for the purposes of this,
Okay.
but not, you know, not in general.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sugar.
Don't worry if it is. Don't worry. Honestly, it's really like a bit of a lesson in randomness, if I'm honest. But for how you can make something beautiful out of something that's sort of quite a bit of a mess, really. I don't even know what stuck down and what happened. So Yeah, this is why collage is good. You know, I say this to the students all the time. Printmaking and collage are really good places to start because.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Okay, Susan.
I keep getting red paint on it, it's coming from.
Oh, no. Do you know I had that problem when I did my first try of this.
Thank you.
This is the problem I have. Issue with green round.
What's that? Sorry.
Issue with green round.
Yeah. Well, if you have a problem with it, then that's possibly what you should be doing. I should imagine. That's what I always say to the students. The students, the ones who, I mean, I suppose with sewing, you have to be very precise and regimental, don't you? So I should imagine Angela is in her absolute. I knew it. And I say Roy, if anyone would be less random. Was that right, Roy? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I thought you might be.
Too big, Roy.
Oh yeah, you can just go wild with this, Roy. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so once that PVA is down.
I'm with you,
And
Roy.
it's a nightmare.
That's so untidy. I'm sorry, you can't possibly.
I'm a graphic designer. You imagine how it feels for me. I've let myself go over the years. So once that's down, and it's not too wet, we can go in and start using. So put that PVA aside for now. We will need some more of that, and we will go in with the white acrylic. Jackie, could I have some clean water, please? Sorry, just when you got them in.
When you've done that, Jackie, when you've
Just
done that,
But you do need a clean brush, obviously, for this, because we're going to go over. I'll just use it from there for now. Sorry, Jackie. Thank you. So just using the semi-opaque white. Okay. No, it's okay. You don't have to. You just watch me. You can do it in your own time. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm trying to keep up. We can do it in your own time.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I just want to make sure that everybody, you know, if someone is a bit slower or a bit faster, then everybody is catered for. So all I'm doing here is painting over the newspaper and helping Susan with some breakdown. It's the red still coming up.
I've got the blue now.
So you wanted to show through a little bit. Mine may not be wet enough. I'll just take that onto here. You got blue. Don't worry. It all adds to the flavour, Susan. So all I'm doing is painting over the newspaper, and you can't see it very well on the screen, but it is sort of semi-opaque. And this is just going to form the background of the collage. It's a good workout. I was doing this on Sunday night after I was watching Strictly Come Dancing, so I was doing it.
I've got yellow all over mine.
Don't worry. On your PVA?
Yeah.
Don't worry. It'll go in the back anyway. Don't worry too much about it. All adds to the flavour, Jane. All adds to the flavour.
I feel a bit like that girl on the Great British Bake Off that Paul criticised for being tidy.
should have complete meltdown in the front.
In the afternoon, we've got Paul Hollywood's cousin.
Yeah.
So that is how it will look once it's done.
Covering all of it.
Covering all of it with a semi-opaque white acrylic, and we let that dry, even though it's really cold still.
So are we putting the white paint over whilst this is still wet?
It's fine, yeah, as long as it's not too soggy, Angela. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And are we watering the white down a bit?
Well, yeah, semi-opaque. So a good brush of water for that.
Can we use the
Please, sir.
clean brush?
You will do when you do the white, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jackie.
Yes, I'm good. Right, if we just do it in another brush, Jackie, please.
So that needs to be set aside. So I've put that somewhere.
Well, I can see a lesson with your granddaughter coming on.
Yeah. It's really good fun, I've got to say. So now Jackie has supplied us with bits and bobs. So she's supplied us with this scouring thing. She's supplied us with cotton buds. What else has she supplied us with? Oh, the usuals. Some cocktail sticks and things. So what we're going to do is, these should be quite reasonably dry at this moment in time. So we're going to create a few sort of grungy patterns using various things that we have. So we're going to do this.
Oh, I love it.
So even more randomness.
That's just on the wet sheet.
They should be dry. They dry quite quick actually. But even if it is a little bit wet, don't worry too much about it. It'll be fine. So we want to do this, and then when we cut this up, it will be nice and random, and it will be quite sort of aged, I suppose, a bit grungy. Does that make sense? Distressed, yes, I like that. And you can patina. Okay, and then the same with all the colours. And with the yellow, you might want to. You don't have to do it with all of them. I'm going to leave the orange, actually. I'm going to leave the orange as a whole colour. And I'm going to, as you can see on here, there's some green on here. So that half of that yellow sheet has been sort of dotted with green. Okay, so if you want to do that, knock yourself out. Yes,
White
just white, yeah, just white. Yeah, if you want to use a different colour, Carol, you can use. You know, it's fine. But I'm just using white at this moment.
All the colours.
Well, over the ones that I want it. So that probably doesn't answer the question. No. So I'm going to use a little bit of green on a little bit of the yellow, but I'm going to leave a bit of this red just clear, and a little bit, because you're going to cut this up, so it's going to look a bit different. So you can use, obviously you don't have to just use a scourer, you can use whatever you like. You know, if you want to use your fingers or get in there and scrunched a piece of paper or anything like that, you know, please don't feel that you have to just do what I'm doing. Is anybody cold?
I should take the coat off.
We're working hard this morning.
I've got 3 layers, and I brought an extra just in case. We're pathetic.
Just adding texture.
Adding texture and a little bit of colour.
should have brought the thing.
Oh, Jackie's got some disposable pennies. Where is she? She's got some disposable ones behind you, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, I've got my mask on.
Oh.
Ah. Oh.
No, actually, so you don't want to play, huh? This isn't coming off. Is there any particular reason?
Oh, it's not
the
coming
same.
up. No, you're not supposed to. No, you're adding white to it.
I've just done exactly the same.
Oh, I
I
have.
thought
I've
it's
got
not
tack knives.
too much. And then I thought, no, they're using white.
It's right. Whispered in this ear.
I thought it was only one.
Sorry, are we not using to hit the paint?
No, you're putting it on. You're putting
Oh,
white on. That's why you got that little pot of white.
Yeah, so we were all, don't worry, we
Is that the same white that we're using to whitewash on?
Yes.
So where I've scratched all these paint off.
Oh, yeah, that looks great. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's fine. It's,
I think
it's
it
great.
comes off if it's slightly wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that now is that for now. So I'm going to pause the video. Okay,
And you're recording.
I'm recording. So we've all got our modelling paste here. So what we need is to locate our gilding paste, which is the runny sort of liquid.
So that's the
There's
one.
A on top.
That's the one with A on. Yeah.
Is it Jackie? Is it A?
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
Yes.
She didn't privilege me with
What
glasses.
should we use?
Just all we have to do is get this gilding paste on here, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use this small round here, and I'm just going to get that onto there,
All over where we put paste.
all over where the where the modelling paste is.
Is it water soluble?
I don't know what is it, Jackie. I don't know. Jackie's got the pack over there somewhere. So we're just going to do this, and then we're just going to let it go off a little bit, just so it goes a
Are
bit
you doing it
tacky.
as much as a time or the whole thing?
I'll just do the whole thing. It doesn't go off that quick, really. Well, not to my knowledge. I mean, the first time I did it was the other week. So thanks, Jackie. I've never gilded before, but I did like it. So it's not difficult or anything. So and I keep telling everybody, oh, you want to try gilding? It's amazing. It's so
we're
nice.
just doing it over bits with-
Yeah, just do the main petals on the flower. I think is possibly that's what I'm going to do anyway, and let that go off a little bit just to get it a little bit tacky. And the problem is, let's have a look. Bonding agent for gold leaf. Clean it with water. Yeah, it's water based, so it's fine. Now with the gold leaf, let me bring that over. Now I could pick mine up with a brush, but we are told to create some friction with the wax paper. So Jackie, has everybody at home got the same equipment? Same materials? Did you drop off gold leaf for everyone as well? And, or?
No, I said I'll pop it and post it.
Oh right. Oh no, no, it's for lockdown. You did that, wasn't it? For... Oh yeah, of course. It's only Helen. Have we got a full complement this afternoon?
So I believe they've all done their A's as well. We're bringing in to show you.
Fiona, gold finger.
What do you do?
I got golf fingers. Sorry.
So what we're going to do with this?
I'm going to go try
Oh, it gets everywhere.
But it creates friction. Just
So you need to rub just with your hand onto the wax paper,
right.
okay? And then try and pick up the gold leaf. It doesn't seem to be wanting to pick it up.
You put the wax on top of the gold leaf.
Yeah, but this is what they showed us to do, like I said, and
On the full square, yeah.
on the full square. But for some reason, it isn't.
The hands are cold.
Is that what it is?
Rub it on your hair.
Right. Hopefully that's attached. And then what we'll do,
Do you rub?
yeah, just rub it. You can peel it off.
Sorry, I was just washing hands.
Oh no, it's okay. Well, what I've done, I've just, so I can't breathe on this stuff. What I've done is,
I like tissue paper.
yeah, that's right. So if you, I've just turned mine onto this piece of paper here. Yeah, and then I'm going to, I don't think this, I'm just going to plonk it on basically.
Sorry, the tissue paper underneath.
Well, I mean, you can just stick it on with a tissue paper. I don't see why we have to go through all that palaver. It's tissue paper underneath. And then, this is the fun bit, is that we push it in onto the gilding paste.
So you're just putting the gold stuff on directly onto it.
Yes, onto where. And then, this might not be the best brush, but I have given you some flat brushes, but I haven't given myself one. Jackie, sorry.
Take the tissue paper off.
Take the tissue paper off. Yeah, I mean, I think you can just,
I just use the tissue paper.
yeah, just use it, yeah, just turn it upside down. Jackie, could I have a flat? Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, eventually, you should, and just try and retain these little bits. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, perfect. Try and retain these little bits. Can you see it comes away?
So you're saying to me, use this big brush to wipe it away.
Is that working?
So it's just I've still got. Shall I cover it all my glue first with gold leaf then?
Yes.
What happens if it starts coming?
Yeah, well, we can go back over it. Don't worry. If it starts messing around, we can go back over it. It's really messy.
Oh, just go. What is this fiddly?
But it's quite, and once when you get it, oh, it's a nice effect. Yeah, yeah.
That's what happens to me.
It got all over my phone when I did it before.
It breaks very easily.
It does. But
That's people are struggling a little bit.
This isn't going to ruin my brush, is it?
well, it shouldn't. It didn't ruin mine, Angela. I can't make any guarantees, obviously, but mine survived. That's fine. That's fine. As you can't really see on this image, can you? I'm going to stop the video and I'm coming around, okay? Because I've got a feeling that there's some chaos there. So once you remove the excess, we can go back in with some more gilding paste. And then
I've just got gold block. That's fabulous.
go back in all the little bits that you've missed, and then you can use this excess to zhuzh it up a little bit. And then obviously we've got these bits up here as well. It's not real, don't worry. I shouldn't say that. Jackie's trying to make out she's splashed right out. No, Jackie. I think on the. Oh right, they've done the stems as well. Sorry, I didn't notice that they've done the stems. I do apologise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like the stems actually in that colour. Now you can pick it up on your brush, and you can dot it on. Okay.
going to shut up. What do I do if I've got somewhere I don't want? I've got some gilding where I don't want it.
Is there paste underneath?
Probably, yeah.
Well, nothing. You're done for, Susan. That's what it is. You're done for.
Strip it off with this scissors.
Well, you could do, I suppose.
I'm a bit disappointed.
Oh, and I really enjoyed it the first time.
I got too much glue.
Just looks like too much glue on it. It's just
I
like,
put glue where it
Don't worry,
should.
just
put some
Yeah,
foil
mine's
on
got-
it.
leave
no,
it,
I
and
can't
then
see
it
texture
should.
underneath that. Yeah.
I mean, luckily, it's only a little sort of filler, so it's always worth a little go.
No, but I wanted it to work.
Oh, well, maybe your next one will work, Jane.
I don't think there will be.
Don't get put off.
I see, and now put the gold leaf on top, the glue underneath this and go in tacky, it's staying wet.
Just give it a minute. Get it under the
It's
heater.
coming off. It's pleasing, man, except where I've got glue. Stuff where I've been painting some of it red.
I think it's like everything that works.
It's supposed to be painted some of
Yeah,
it black.
it's-
That's
yeah, it's not
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you're absolutely
I
right.
try not to see it used, but daughter's used it on pictures with little bits here and there
Yes.
on huge cards. And that looked nice, just little lines and things, but not a whole.
Yeah. It's a bit of bling, isn't it?
bit of bling.
Definitely.
But you see, mine's just still lifting up.
I'm going to come and have a look at yours now, Angela. Go and investigate what's going down.
Check it out. Check it out.
Did you let him do it?
Oh no! Oh no! We used the wrong brush.
Yeah.
How on earth where did blue come from? Oh.
Was that a dentist? Was that his son?
That's so hard to be. I know. I was once going to be, but I unfortunately had engineers.
You get cheaper treatment if you go.
And also, they're usually very, very particular because they have to.
And they have to be supervised.
Yeah, but the supervisor, so it's my daughter's partner's brother is a real high dentist in Brazil. He doesn't speak English, so when he's over, he says, "I fix." I think, "No, you're not." I don't think so.
My pain threshold's not very high. I like to be an patient for.
Oh, geez, good.
Yes, I'm screaming the place down and it doesn't.
Just making it work.
So just to do the interior of the we want to. Well, the gold leaf all the way in. Sorry. So we want to pull this interior out.
Oh, then your paint is that with black?
Yes.
That's the middle. Yeah.
That's better.
I don't think anyone's getting this for Christmas. Although if they do, they're going to
Give it to me.
"Oh, how lovely."
And there should still be some little gaps with the gold leaf as well, so you can take that black paint into those little gaps. Oh, I've still got the visor on, I just realised. So you can take that paint into the little gaps there. And I know on the actual image that we have, sorry, a load of blue paint turned up on my piece here, so I'm just going to paint these black. But at least we've all had a go. Don't be put off though, try it again. At least you'll know, the best thing is if you did use too much gilding
no,
paste,
next time.
you'll know for the next time. Yeah, there's
I
no.
think I'd do a smaller bit rather than such a big, use it
Yeah.
to highlight something rather than.
I agree actually.
You can
Yeah.
see where it has worked. It looks fabulous.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There was one of the classes, they used this on the back, so they put gold leaf all over the back, and then they painted a piece of fruit over the top.
Oh, what was that
And it
like?
looked lovely. They didn't do the poppy, they just did the background,
Okay.
and then they left parts of the fruit were left with the gold or the copper coming through.
Oh, that sounds
And
really
it really
nice.
did. It was really effective. But I'd quite like to have a go at doing that.
And there you go. That's the end of gold leaf. Okay.
Isn't it
Break
quite
time.
expensive to buy?
No, it's cheaper than
No.
you think.
Is it?
Because it's not real gold.
Oh no, but
It was 25 sheets for £6.99. Wow. You can get broken glass as well, can't you?
To do this collage, you can do anything you want, but we're going to stick to the plan, and we're going to create this image here. It doesn't have to be exact, but what we're going to do on here, this should all be dry, I'm hoping. Oh, a little bit. Is it? Get the heater back on.
Mine's a bit wet.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. No, it's just they're not dry. The things aren't dry. No. Maybe just to dry them off, maybe. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, no, they're not dry. But anyway, nevertheless, we'll try and I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just drawing on here, dry or wet. So we just need to create. Don't make them too complex, obviously. And remember, you've got to cut these out, so don't make them too complex at all. Can everybody see what I'm drawing on there? Okay, and another one here.
Can I do this in charcoal rather than
You can. You can. It's entirely up to you, because what you're going to do, you're going to trace it. So as long as that charcoal won't lift off, it's fine, Angela. As long as you make a mark. Yeah, mine's still a little wet. So this is all we're going to do, is just draw this image on here. Yeah.
Behind the jug, there's a pumpkin.
That's what the orange is for.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to work out the shape.
Oh God, is that what it
I was just thinking, what on earth is she talking about? Yeah.
When someone said that, pumpkin.
I didn't know it was a pumpkin until I'd finished it, and my pumpkin was bright red. So,
Oh, I see it now. That's the stalk.
I'm glad this the dawn realisation is there for us all. Okay, so once you've done this, we need to work out which colour is going where. So what I have a tendency to do is put yellow where yellow is going. And blue where blue is going, and so on and so forth. Don't worry about the outlines either. Don't worry about the outlines. So we haven't got that long, so I don't want to dilly dally.
Yeah. It's just not showing.
So we've all got some tracing paper. So we need to trace these things individually. Now, what I would suggest that we did is trace the same colour. Okay, so I'm going to trace this yellow at the top of this page here, and we just trace it as one shape. I'll try and press as hard as I can.
Were you tracing with charcoal?
No, we did it just with pencil.
I've only got a 2B, it's very light.
No, the tracing paper is big.
Yeah, there's a big A3 tracing
Oh,
paper
yes,
lurking
you say.
around.
No, that's new.
Feels like saying,
Yes, yes. It's not very dense when you have it open.
you know, it is.
So what else have I got in yellow? I've got
My pencil is so
that.
Mine's very thin.
it's not showing.
And
Feels like a darker pencil.
yes, please.
Yes, please. Started something
Yeah, I can't see it.
So this is my yellow plate here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little trick actually that originally they wanted us to trace it, but I'm going to do it in a slightly different way. It's still tracing, but we're just going to do it on the rear. So taking my yellow, I'm going to turn this over, and then I'm just going to turn this over as well. Turn over the tracing paper. In fact, on saying that, I want that to go there because I want that a bit greeny. And I just turn rather than going on the back and tracing, and then I'm going to put this on the back because you can't see it very well on the front. So I'm just putting that on the back, and then I'm just going to trace. Yeah,
Put that over the yellow paper.
that's it. And then I'm tracing my original line.
Ah,
Not sure what better use it would necessarily. There's one. Two. Three. And then what we're going to do then is just cut these out. Right. This is a cut. Jackie. Me. Is there any chance I can have these things aren't cutting? They're sort of folding. Sorry.
let's put them down. I'll show you.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to cut these shapes out. And set them aside. If you want to, if you've made a more complex image, then you can always label them, you know, ABC or 1, 2, 3 or whatever. If you're doing something a bit more complex.
You know, for the stalk of the flower, will you be able to lay that over the top of another collage piece underneath?
Yes,
the
yes,
building?
yeah. Go a little bit
Yeah.
further with that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, because I've done full lemon, and there's only half a lemon really, so it's fine. I suppose it would depend, wouldn't it, as well? Because you know, if you wanted that sort of Matisse look, you could have it a bit gappy, and then
Of course, you could just free it up.
yeah, oh, definitely, definitely. I've got to do this all again this afternoon as well. Oh my word. Yes.
Sorry.
I'm a yellow. So I've done that. My yellows are done. So I can look now for my red. Right.
No. Thank you. I want to show you.
Are you doing it on the lap, aren't you?
Yeah.
In theory, could you just draw straight onto the paper page? I was thinking that, yeah.
Can you just do the tracing bit
Okay.
again, Jackie? I'm not in tracing.
Yeah.
And I've got the colour.
Yeah.
Now what do I do?
Well, what you needed to do, because you've just done what Fiona said actually, is what I'm trying to do is take off the different sort of plates and such. So I've got the red and the red there, so I'm just tracing from there. But it's fine, Susan. You just need to put that down onto, work out which one's yellow. Turn your yellow page over. Turn your yellow sheet over.
Oh, like that.
That's it, and put that tracing onto it the opposite way around to what you've used. The pencil is actually on that's it, and then just go over it, or go over the yellow bits. Yeah, go over the yellow bits. But it's fine whichever way you choose to do it, so it's fine.
It's exciting because you don't quite know.
No, you don't know. That's the thing. You really don't know what to expect.
Onto the painted side or the other side?
Onto the back of the painted side. So the tracing.
Because you got it painted in the image.
No, because you put it on the back. So it should be positive because you're turning over your tracing paper as well. So
Right,
that's so
yeah,
you got like a double reverse, which
Yeah.
should, in theory, create positive.
And it actually makes it more random when you do this.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you don't know which pattern that you're actually going to use.
And that's the back.
How
Yeah. Yeah.
long we got should have enough time actually.
Some on the table when we arrived. Oh yes, got them.
I trace them and transfer them, and then I cut out the transfer. I cut out what I've transferred. So I do one colour at a time. So I think that's a print person in there. One colour, one time. Am I right, Roy? One plate per one plate at a time. One colour at a time.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Go in sequence of yellow, magenta, cyan, and black.
Very true. And in fact, well, actually, I've gone yellow and red, so not quite there. She's a mucky mistress.
I do it everywhere. And when I try and clean it up, I just make it work.
She's a mucky mistress. The old acrylic. Nothing's as mucky as printing it, though. There's nothing in the world as mucky as that. Okay. So if anything is white, then obviously that has to. So when you do the pumpkin, you can't really do a full pumpkin because the jug is white.
Make them slightly longer if you tuck into something.
If there's a little bit of overlap, then why not?
Yeah.
Unless you want that that sort of look, whereas there are gaps, you know, a bit like a bit like Matisse or something, then you know, go gapping. Sorry, Jackie, might take it for yours. Pastel? Brush lettering? This would be a nice, strong and easier the second time.
Is he paintings down, but what way from me? Is that
Yes,
Upside down
yeah,
as well.
upside down.
Everything's
They're both
upside
upside down, yeah.
quite hard on it, isn't it?
Yes.
Really quick, strange shape, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. The biggest problem you're going to have is working out where everything goes.
Yeah.
My biggest one's going to recognise what you're doing to yourself.
So as you can see, that's everything cut out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is using the PVA, which is this one. Yes. Yeah, and you just find out where your biggest pieces are. So if you have overlap, like for example, I'm going to put the black down first because that's possibly the biggest, and then I'm going to build back up. So I can sort of work out what's going on where. Oh, actually, this can go down first. The black can cover that. So work out in terms of the image how you're going to construct that. So I'm just going to use another piece of paper here, and I'm just going to use some PVA and the brush, and then stick it down. So I'm not making it very accurate onto my pencil. It's only because I'm making it as quick as I can. But you wouldn't have the pencil marks quite as dark as I've got them anyway. So I think Fiona sort of had a good, better idea. Maybe either draw it straight onto the tracing paper, or have another piece of paper, have another sheet, whereas you could draw the image and then trace it from there, depending on which way you want it to work. Yeah, they do get. Is it wet?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a race against time now. What time is it? Okay, we're good. We're good.
You can take it home, can't we?
Yeah, of course you can. What on earth has black paint come from?
you do the jug, do you use that as the paper?
Yes.
Nice one.
Yeah. I was quite impressed actually. I was quite pleased when you know, the way it came out.
Oh. Yeah, the doodle.
Good exercise putting out, haven't
Yeah. It is quite good fun though, isn't it? It is nice. And you could, you know, you could do it with kids as well, which is nice.
I
But
do this. I said I've had 17 years to do it.
I bet. So once all that is stuck down, give it a minute. I've got black paint everywhere. I don't know why.
Got no top to my pumpkin. Oh, I just have forgotten my pumpkin. Yeah.
I think they're all looking. I just finished this huge angel quilt and I spent hours doing cutting out bits of paper.
So we should all. I'm just gonna complete this just so that it's all done. So we should all have some charcoal, and we're going to go around the edges and create some detail with the charcoal. Okay. Obviously, mine's still a little bit wet, so when you start adding the charcoal, it just really sort of comes into its own.
Oh, I should have used the thing. Sorry. Jackie, which brush can I use for the glue? Any brush, just as long as you pop it back in the mold, just be fine. Okay. Just the glue.
And that's it. That's the end.
Oh, it looks fabulous.
This isn't it? I like it. I like it. I mean, mine's still wet, so don't do it while it's wet. But so I can't, you know, some of it's peeling off, and some of it I'm not getting any purchase on it because, like here, it's too wet. But as you can see, that's what we're looking for. And then just a little spray over with some hairspray, and you seal the deal.
Hairspray, yeah.
Yeah, for the charcoal. But if you use marker, if you want, you can use a Sharpie if you like. So that's it. So thank you very much.